Language is one of the most important factors in a student's academic achievement. It is the foundation for all subsequent literacy learning. Teachers must carefully plan each lesson to promote language development by providing frequent opportunities for students to talk, creating a positive classroom environment, as well as using decontextualized talk and rare words in the classroom.
The reason I have kids work in pairs and small groups so much is because it just provides them opportunity to talk and think about what they're doing. If I was always talking, I think their brains just I think they shut off. I know if I'm in a class and I don't get a chance to interact, I can very easily, just space off. I think, that's the easy thing for kids to do. So I think this just provides them with opportunities to just really think about what's being taught, what they're supposed to be learning, and just really engages their minds in an active way just to get them thinking about what's being done. And they enjoy it. They enjoy talking with their friends about it and about what they're learning and what they're doing. I think students can gain a deeper meaning of the text by interacting with each other. They can when they hear their partner's response, I think they get a window into someone else's thinking, and that kind of spurs on their thinking and making it deeper than what it could be if it was just them working on their own all the time. They kind of can start getting those thoughts of their peers that might be, thoughts that maybe they wouldn't have thought about beforehand, meanings of the text that they couldn't have thought about on their own. Okay?
Teachers make many decisions throughout the school day. One of the most important decisions that they make relates to the talk structures that are utilized to teach concepts and strategies to students. These choices can create a classroom atmosphere that encourages and stimulates language. Let's listen in while teacher Laura Belt demonstrates a variety of talk structures.
You ready to try this as a group?
Yes.
All right. I've got a book we're going to use together and try this all together. Okay? My book is Reptiles and Amphibians. Okay? I'm going to point to a card. I want you to think in your head about the answer to the question in the card. Okay? So my first question is, what does the title tell me? Think about that in your head. Think about it in your head. What does the title tell me? Okay, why don't you turn to each other and share.
That the book is that they're going to show us about their habitats and what they eat and what they do every day.
Mm-hmm. They're probably gonna show us like most amphibians live like in rivers and stuff.
And trees.
Getting some ideas in your mind of what you're learning from the pictures and the graphics? Great, let's look at a couple more. Get some ideas in your head about what's happening or what they tell you. What can you learn from them? What are they telling you? Okay? All right. Okay, skim through the rest. Got lots of good graphics in this book, don't we? Lots of good pictures. All right. Here's what I want you to do with your partners now. I want you to share, and I want you to rally Robin. And you share. Just go back and forth. You've got lots of ideas on what those pictures told you. Okay? You're just going to go back and forth and share one thing at a time. Okay? When you've gotten through everything in your brain, see if you can think of even a couple more things. Okay? All right, you may turn to your partner and share.
Some reptiles have life cycles and lay eggs. Some reptiles can fit on your thumb. Some reptiles live like in deserts and forests and ponds. Some reptiles are big.
All right, why don't you finish sharing and look up here. I want you to stop. I'm going to stop. I want you to think about, how do you think this old samurai cat is going to get rid of the rat? What's his way going to be? Get it in your mind right now. Get it in your mind. What do you think he's going to do? What might he do to get rid of that rat? Okay. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you round Robin share. Just like rally Robin. And you go back and forth. Except you're just going to go around and share what you think he's going to do. Okay? Person number one will start going around and sharing. When person number 1 finishes, person number 2's turn is it's person number 2's turn to share, then 3, and then 4. If you have time, person number 1, think of another way you might get rid of them. Okay? Now, those of you who are listening, what's it going to look like if you're listening to someone?
You're going to be staring at them and
Right.
focusing to the person.
If you're not talking, good, Daquan. If you're not talking, then you are listening with your eyes and your ears. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you got something to share. You have something that you think the rat might do to get rid, or the cat might do to get rid of the rat. Too many rhyming words here, huh? Okay, person 1 may begin sharing.
I think he's going to go scary. I think that he's going to, I think that he's going to not really do, he's not really going to do karate, but I think he's just going to try to talk him out of the castle.
Okay.
I think,
Because they were fighting. You think he's going to use his words? Okay.
I think he's going to use that stick. I think that stick's like a magic trick.
Oh, he's got a magic stick that he might use? Cool. Tammy, what do you think?
He might use a giant piece of cheese and lure him out of the castle.
Oh, you know that mice like cheese, so maybe they'll get him a giant piece of cheese.
Michaela, that he's going to use words instead of
Okay,
actions.
so good listening. So you agree with Michaela. All right, you all have finished reading your book, and now we're going to take some time to share kind of your answers to your questions by using your talking chips. Okay, and now remember how we use talking chips. When you want to talk, you put your chip in the middle. Okay, and then I'll call on you. You can begin sharing. All right, and once we have everyone's chips in the middle, then we'll give them back to you, and then we'll start it over again if we have time. All right. Any questions on how talking chips work? You guys know how to use them?
Yeah.
All right, so when you want to share about an answer you had to your questions while you were reading your book, you may put your chip in. All right, Daquan, what question did you want to share?
It was number 5. Does this make sense?
Okay, and how did you answer that in your head as you were reading?
It was the first page when it said like, they can deliver it to your house, and we ordered pizza before to my house, and we went to pastry, so that was just like, and inside of it said eating in the restaurant.
Okay.
So that was like the same thing.
So did it make sense to you that would really happen? Yeah, because you were sounds like you were kind of thinking about your own life, making a connection to your own life to help it make sense to you. That was good, and it made sense. Great, excellent. Great question to ask, or great way to think about that. All right, Alex, we're ready to share next.
Mine is also number 5, and I had it on page 5 that everybody likes different kinds of pizza because me, my mom, and my sister, we all like different kinds.
Okay,
also.
and you said your question was number 5. What was your question? What question is number 5?
Does this make sense?
Okay, so did that part make sense to you about how people like, how people like different kinds of pizza? All right, good. Does anyone have, before you put your talking chips in, we've had 2 people that shared number 5. If you've answered that one, great. Why don't we get some other people, some other numbers of cards, okay? Michaela, what
My
question?
question was, what have I learned so far? And
Okay.
I used it on page 6. And
Okay.
I learned that people like different kinds of pizza, and there's different things that you can put on pizzas.
All right, great. So when you were reading, you stopped and you thought about what you'd learned so far, and that was something you had learned so far. Super. All right. Anyone else? Okay. Julie.
My question was, what question do I have still? My question was, when they was making the pizza, in this page, when they was making the pizza, how do they make it with the dough, and why do they make it with the dough?
Oh, like why do they use dough to make it? Okay, so that's a good question. Kind of you were thinking about as you read. Great. Okay. Very good. All right. Good sharing. You may take your talking chips back.